actually by reading a piece that I wrote a couple of years ago for Spread magazine. There's a column in every issue of Spread that's called Indecent Proposals. It has this really excellent illustration by an artist named Fly, who does an illustration for every issue of the magazine for Indecent Proposals. And you'll see what we mean by that in just a second. So I think this is an issue from, I want to say, maybe fall 2007. Okay, and the name of this story is TinyTown. When I was first trying to find my place in the sex industry, a girl I knew told me all about this client of hers who had a giantess fetish. And he was always looking for bespectacled girls like myself. So, Peter lived on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, a neighborhood where you might be familiar with, where before I became a sex worker, I only went there when the desire to visit museums struck me. The area's inhabitants seemed to be neatly divided into little old purple-haired ladies and their minute dogs, families with more money than anyone should rightfully have, and quirky, rich singletons like Peter. When my friend told me about Peter's fetish, I thought I understood. He liked big women, not fat ones, but giant ones. Women who could crush cities with their heels. Okay, so on my visit to Peter's apartment, I had been told that I would be paid handsomely. Yay. I'd be fed dinner and allowed to keep the outfit that Peter provided. The man was quite a fan of the color brown. And when I arrived, he ushered me from his hallway of extravagant woodwork into a cool beige marble bathroom where a very school-marmish outfit was laid out. Brown pumps, nude hose, brown tweed skirt, brown sweater. He was really excited about my glasses, and even more excited when I told him how strong my prescription is. Also laid out in the bathroom was a script. I flipped through the 3 pages briefly so I could get a general idea of what he wanted, and then I emerged from the bathroom. Peter's eyes sparkled at me, and he took me by the hand and led me into the living room, where he had painstakingly set up an entire little city with little 3-inch high buildings, tiny people, tiny trees, tiny little cars. That's a scale. So he hurries to the other side of the room, and he crouches down, and he presses his cheek to the floor. So I say, would you like to get comfortable? This is universal escort speak for please get naked now. He says, he has still his cheek on the floor, he says, I am comfortable. And so he doesn't lift his cheek from the floor, and with that I understand it's time to start the scene. So I was to play this librarian who had awoken to find herself a giantess, natural enough, and I'm very angry about it. Actually, there's this nuanced bit to the acting. I'm supposed to wake up confused first, as you might when you're a giant, and then get angry at my situation, taking the anger out on the city by smashing it. The smashing of the library was the climax, a kind of liberation from books and knowledge. Right? So there's really nothing like being paid to make a mess and destroy things. So I got good and carried away, and I was definitely just kind of grinding the city to dust, like really getting into it. When I finally get to the library, this is the climax of the story, I decided that I would ad-lib. And I shake my fist at the sky, and I say, why? Why? I was very proud of myself for this ad-lib. My creativity was excellent. I paid good money for this. So I look at my benefactor, and he seemed like he's going to cry. He sits up on his heels and says softly, you should be more careful next time. The script is very important. Oh. I suck.